All right, welcome. Today, we're going to lay out a clear roadmap for you. Think of it as your guide to navigating well, let's be honest, the complex and exciting world of cryptocurrency. We'll cover everything from getting your very first coin all the way to building a smart investment strategy. So yeah, let's dive right in.
It's a feeling a lot of people have. Stepping into crypto can feel like you're stepping into the Wild West, right? It's this huge, intimidating new frontier. Yeah, it's full of opportunity, but it's also packed with confusing jargon and a whole lot of risk. So, the question on everyone's mind is, where do you even begin?
Okay, so for a lot of folks, the journey starts with a really tempting idea, the promise of free crypto. I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it? But it's actually a real thing, and it's probably the lowest risk way to dip your toes in the water.
And this is where something called a crypto faucet comes in. The name is actually pretty perfect. Just picture a leaky faucet. Drip, drip, drip. These are websites or apps that literally drip out teeny tiny amounts of crypto. We're talking Satoshis, which are like the cents to Bitcoin's dollar. And all you have to do is complete some simple little task, like solving a CAPTCHA or watching a quick ad. So, if you're curious, here are a few of the more established faucets that have been around for a while. You've got places like Free Bitcoin or Cointiply, where you're basically just doing small tasks for small rewards. Then there's something like Rollercoin, which is pretty clever. It turns the whole thing into a game where you mine crypto just by playing little mini-games.
But, and this is a big but, what's the catch? Well, here it is. The payouts are incredibly small, like seriously tiny. Let's be crystal clear about this. Faucets are a fantastic way to learn the ropes. You get to see how a wallet works, how a transaction gets confirmed, all that good stuff. But you are absolutely not going to get rich doing this. It's for learning, not earning.
All right, so you've played around with faucets, and now you're ready for the real deal, making your first actual purchase. This next step is absolutely crucial. You need to choose your gateway into the crypto world. This is the exchange, the place where you'll actually buy, sell, and manage your crypto.
And right away, you're faced with two main paths. You've got your centralized exchanges, or CEXs for short. Think of these like your typical bank. They're run by a company, they're super user-friendly, and they hold on to your funds for you. Coinbase is a perfect example. Then you have the other side of the coin, decentralized exchanges, or DEXs. These run on pure code. The big difference? You control your funds, always. But that comes with a trade-off. There's a much steeper learning curve.
And this chart really spells out the differences, right? You can see the trade-offs clear as day. Take a look at Coinbase. It's pretty much the go-to for beginners. Super easy to use, but you'll pay for that convenience with higher fees. Then you've got Binance, which is like the power user playground. Tons more coins, lower fees, but maybe a bit overwhelming if you're just starting. And then there's Kraken, which has built its reputation on being a security fortress, which is a huge deal in this space.
Okay, so you've picked your exchange. You know where to go. Now, the really important part. How do you actually invest in a smart way? We're going to talk about two key ideas that honestly can save you a ton of stress and help you avoid trying to time the market, which is a losing game for most people.
First up is diversification. And look, it's the oldest rule in the investing book for a reason. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's that simple. So a smart portfolio might look something like this, a big chunk in the heavy hitters, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then you'd have a smaller slice for what are called altcoins. That's basically everything else, which are higher risk but could have higher reward. And finally, maybe you keep a little bit in stablecoins, which are pegged to something like the US dollar, just to have some stability in your portfolio.
All right, the second principle, and honestly, this might be the most powerful tool you have. It's called dollar cost averaging, or DCA. Think of it as your secret weapon against making emotional, panicked decisions. All it means is you invest the same amount of money on a regular schedule, say every week or every month, no matter what the price is doing. Let's make this real with an example. So imagine you've got $50,000 ready to go. And just by chance, the price of one Bitcoin is also exactly $50,000. The temptation is to just throw it all in and buy one whole Bitcoin, right?
Well, with DCA, you do something different. You split that 50 grand up. Maybe you decide to invest $10,000 on the first of every month for 5 months. Now, watch what happens. When the price is high, your $10,000 buys you a little bit of Bitcoin. But when the price takes a nosedive down to, say, $25,000, that same $10,000 automatically buys you a lot more Bitcoin. You're buying more when it's cheap and less when it's expensive without even thinking about it.
And here's the magic.
At the end of it all, instead of having one Bitcoin that you paid 50 grand for, you now own 1.4 Bitcoin, and your average cost for each one is only $40,000. It's incredible, right? You've lowered your risk, you own more of the asset, and all you did was stay consistent.
All right, so once you get the hang of the basics, you're going to start hearing whispers about, well, the really wild side of crypto. We're talking about a high-speed, high-stakes game with its own set of rules and, yeah, some massive potential rewards. And that world is called decentralized finance, or DeFi. And that number you see, that's $192 billion. That's how much money is currently locked up and being used inside this parallel financial universe that's built entirely on the blockchain. So what are people doing in DeFi? Well, one of the biggest draws is something called yield farming. It's basically putting your crypto to work for you. You can lend it out, or you can provide it to exchanges to help other people make trades, and in return, you earn interest. And we're talking interest rates that make your traditional bank account look like a total joke.
Just how high can these returns go? Well, to give you an idea, on certain platforms like PancakeSwap, some of these opportunities have advertised an APY, that's annual percentage yield, of up to 378%. I mean, that's just a mind-boggling number. But you knew there had to be a catch, didn't you? With that kind of reward comes an enormous amount of risk. Those insane yields are not guaranteed. You're dealing with really complex financial risks, like something called impermanent loss, which is a fancy way of saying you can actually end up with less money than if you had just held on to your crypto. And on top of that, there's always the huge risk that the code itself has a bug or gets hacked, and everything disappears in an instant.
Yeah. Speaking of hacks, this brings us to what is probably the single most important skill you need in the space, learning how to stay safe. Because you have to remember, wherever there's money to be made, there are people trying to steal it. It's a total minefield out there.
And the scale of this problem? It is absolutely staggering. $1.03 trillion. That's how much was lost to scams globally in just 1 year. And crypto is a scammer's paradise because it's global, it's fast, and most importantly, transactions are often irreversible. Once it's gone, it's gone. And these aren't your grandpa's email scams either. We're talking about incredibly sophisticated stuff. They're using AI to deep fake videos or clone people's voices. They'll run these fake giveaways from what look like official celebrity accounts. You'll get a direct message from someone claiming to be support who needs your information. They'll even start with a simple, oops, wrong number text that slowly turns into a romance scam designed to drain your wallet.
So, what can you actually do to protect yourself? It really comes down to a few golden rules. First, just be skeptical of everything. If it sounds too good to be true, guess what? It is. Second, verify. Don't just trust. If you get an email, don't click the link. Go to the official website yourself. Third, use strong multi-factor authentication, and preferably an app, not just a text message. And finally, the most important rule of all, never, ever, ever share your private keys or your seed phrase with anyone. That's like handing them the keys to your entire bank vault.
So there you have it, from the simple first steps with crypto faucets all the way to the high-stakes, high-reward world of DeFi. The crypto journey is, well, it's a journey. It's filled with massive opportunity, but also very real risks. But the good news is, with a smart strategy and a healthy dose of caution, you now have the map. You know how to navigate this new frontier. So the only real question left is, are you ready for the journey?